No, I wanted to.
Also, for those of you who can't see Tim, which is all of you, it looks like you're starting at the bottom of your list.
He's working his way up.
Yeah. How do you make lists?
What do you mean? Like having sex with fans who come to the shows and stuff?
I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie Almost Famous? I'll cross it off.
No, I'm
Fine.
just curious.
You know.
Look, I know that you're great. We're friends. I'm sorry I said it's offensive to me. It's not like that offensive
It's
to
just
me.
a question.
It's
I don't
literally not a question. You said groupies.
Yeah, Tim, you even said that it ended with an exclamation point instead of a question mark.
That's true. All right. I just wanted to celebrate the idea, I guess. But we're not doing that. Apparently, we're not celebrating the idea of... Okay, fine.
What is...
I'll double cross it out.
No,
Fine.
Jeff's very sex negative.
Jesus.
What do you...
Thought we were trying to be sex positive on this podcast.
Yeah.
How did you turn this around on me? We don't. That's never been the thing that I've thought was a thing.
Yeah, right?
I've never come across that as a real thing.
Look, I'm not going to pretend like I'm
I'm in a punk band though. I don't know. Maybe if
Yeah.
you're in like maybe if you're in like Maroon 5, that's a thing.
That was going to be the band I would say. It's a bunch of handsome guys in that band, right?
I know.
Yeah, name one other band with handsome guys.
Hanson. Oh, you said handsome guys. I thought you said
Hanson
handsome
Cad.
guys.
No, wait.
Sleeping floors. We got. Oh, here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
When you go out on tour for a number of months,
Yeah.
How many clothes do you bring? What are you doing?
Yeah,
It's
how,
like-
well,
It's
you
a
have-
goddamn mystery, Tim.
And you're like a special case because like I've seen.
I'm a little anxious and I have a thing. Yeah.
And
Oh.
You're just.
you
Now
weren't
I
talking
see.
about
No,
that.
never mind. He's quoting someone else.
Jeff, you leave it all on the stage, right?
Yeah.
Your clothes, you leave the stage nude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tom, I keep
you
telling
must have
you
to bring a
come
lot
see
of
my band.
No thanks.
So
enough.
it's not like a lot of bands go out there and they have their show clothes, right? Mm-hmm. But you can't do that because they're soaked in sweat.
I do that now. I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Do you bring Woolite and wash clothes in a sink? I feel like that's the way to go. I recently learned about Woolite.
Why? What is Woolite?
It's how you.
You might be teaching me a little tip.
Yeah,
here.
you can wash clothes in a sink.
I've washed clothes in a sink
Now,
with
what made-
bars of soap and with normal detergent.
Yeah, I know that's a
before.
punker way to live, Jeff. But
Punker. Jeff, are you a punker?
look at him; he's a punker. He's got egg whites in his hair.
What does now? What's different about Woolite than just any other?
Than like
detergent?
Tide. Yeah. Is there a difference?
From what I understand, it's
Is it
designed.
gentler?
Yeah, it's designed to be hand washed.
Oh, I had no idea. I'm gonna just get Woolite.
Yeah, I'm
Get
sure
a Woolite
it
sponsorship.
can't be that.
When I'm in Europe or Australia where I don't know how to find a laundromat
Yeah.
or how to find a washing
Well,
machine,
and even if you
like,
did,
I
you would
will,
never be able to figure out how it works.
Quite honestly, if I'm somewhere where it's a foreign language, I cannot.
Doesn't matter.
Like the one time we did that in the music industry, we just like were happy the thing turned on and threw all our clothes in it. We're like, let's never do this again.
The last time me and Tim were in London, Tim can attest to this. I was drying my clothes for 2 days. I don't know what was going on.
Oh yeah, they don't. We Americans, we have really good washers and dryers.
We had
Truly.
an Airbnb, and
Yeah.
for
Truly.
48 hours, the dryer was on.
It was
and
just
You
running.
would take it out. You would take out your one shirt that was in there.
Yeah, it would somehow be wetter.
Yeah. Every
Got
2
the-
hours, you
it
take
just
out your
rotates
shirt.
the wetness of all the clothes and makes everything as most wet as
God,
possible.
it was, and then everything's in Celsius.
Yeah, so for shit like that, I'll wash my clothes in the sink.
Yeah, that makes more
which
sense.
is good. But usually, I just like come up with an arbitrary number. I'm just like, think about the amount of shows. Think about like I want to try and do laundry once. What can fit in my bag? I'm like, all right, grab 10 shirts, 10 underwear, 10 socks, and then shove it in a bag.
I think you mean 20 socks.
Tom raised his eyebrows at me while he said that.
Yeah, 20 socks, 10 pair of socks. Sorry, pardon me.
I've been having trouble folding socks lately. Do you guys want to talk about it?
Folding?
Yeah.
Folding socks.
You just put them in the ball and shut up.
I know, but guess what?
Let me see what socks you're wearing right now.
I'll show you. They're just normal run-of-the-mill socks.
They got stripes on them. They're not that normal.
They've got stripes on.
I'm wearing.
Oh, you're wearing
classic
tube socks.
white tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the ball.
For the listener at home, I'm wearing ankle socks.
But are they fancy designs?
No.
Okay.
When I
Must
don't
be
have
nice,
any,
huh, Tim?
Yeah. They look more like a tube than a ball, and I don't know how to rectify this. But this is something
What
we
do you
can
mean?
table this conversation. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah, this does not have anything to do with touring, Tim.
But it does.
it does.
But I guess it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you'd fold it. You just basically try and make yourself as compact as possible and pack with as little things as you can.
You're a
I'm
t-shirts
really bad
man.
at that. What, that I wear t-shirts?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You're a big t-shirt guy. I always feel fat in t-shirts.
I always feel fat in t-shirts too, but I don't really know what else to do. I've basically been wearing the same clothes I've worn since I was in high school.
Yeah, I just put. I try to put a sweatshirt or a sweater on over my t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
You
don't
put
feel
layers
so
on,
fat.
then people don't know you're fat.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing about
or just wear a t-shirt in the pool. People will never know you're fat.
I mean, like the situations in which people think I'm fat is like I'm playing in front of like a bunch of
Situations.
people, getting like crazy sweat and drenched in sweat, and I'm just like I don't know. It's such
so-
there's so much anxiety that I'm just like I don't even know where to begin.
Are you trying to
so
say
I've just stopped caring about what I wear? You know what I mean?
That the people in the audience are like, well, I thought that guy was fat, but look at all the workout he's getting.
Literally,
He can't be.
somebody came up to me once at a show in Cincinnati, and I remember this. And my situation at the time was I was really sick and trying to find a gas station I could shit in because I was
Why'd
like,
you have to do it at a gas station?
try a hotel
the
lobby.
club had a gross bathroom,
Right.
and I had no idea what to do. And I'm walking around Cincinnati,
Oh,
and
I was-
somebody came up to me and went, "Jeff, it's nice to meet you. Huh, you're bigger than I thought you would be."
I said
Maybe-
that to Q-Tip when I met Q-Tip, and it wasn't necessarily an insult.
Yeah. Jeff, when they said this to you, were they looking at your crotch?
They were
Because then it might have been, a compliment.
no.
Oh, you're bigger than I thought you'd be.
I looked at all. I know why they said it because I know what I was wearing.
I also,
And you were also bursting at the seams.
I was also like, yeah, exactly. I was exploding. At Skyline Chili.
I was hoping that you were going to say that you were looking for a gas station bathroom, like that you were safe in your hotel room, but you were just like, I'm not going to get my deposit back. I need to go find a gas station.
No, but one time our drummer used the bathroom in our hotel room, and there were no. There was no toilet paper, and he had to use the hand towels, and then he had to throw
Why
them out
wouldn't
in
you just take a shower?
I don't know. We all asked him that, and he said it was the heat of the moment. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, that's true. That's sorry.
And then he went outside to throw out the hand towels, and he went to the trash can, and there was just a girl there, just like vomiting her brains
I don't
out.
think that any of this story is true.
This is completely
Inside
true.
the dumpster.
in a trash can. I didn't say dumpster.
Oh, come on. What hotel has trash cans?
It was a hotel that was attached to the venue. We were playing in El Paso where 10 people came and they all did ecstasy.
Nice. That's been
And they knocked in our hotel room at 8 o'clock in the morning and said, "We want to jam." And we were just like, "Go away."
Was this like a deal that a drug dealer set up? Like, buy ecstasy for me and get free admission to this rock and roll concert.
It was one of their birthdays. And they told me that. And I was like, "Oh, happy birthday. Nice to meet you." And they're like, "Yeah, we all just ate ecstasy." But we were already friends at that point.
Yeah.
So it was a
So
night.
then
It was
you couldn't say, "Well, I'm not friends with you because
completely nightmare.
I'm not friends with druggies."
Yeah, I don't talk to people who use drugs.
Jeff, here's a question I have for you.
Yes.
Hold on, let me just cross off change of clothes off my list here. Okay, you're somebody who you're like the person that I most identify with because your level of anxiety is pretty much equal to mine.
Low and we're good.
Yeah, no, just fine in any situation. Do you not find that every single part, every element of touring is the most anxiety-inducing thing ever. From the booking process to the transporting people and equipment, that fragile equipment,
Expensive, too.
Yeah.
expensive equipment,
Yeah.
and a bunch of different personalities, and then dealing with different people every night, talking to strangers,
Yeah.
trying to. Do you not find that this is not worth it?
Tim, are you trying to talk Jeff out of this?
No.
No, because guess
Yeah.
what? You're out of the woods for the most part on this, right? Like,
No. Well,
No.
kind of. Now Christine takes care of a lot of that
you
stuff,
have a
which is
lot
good.
of infrastructure.
We have a
built.
tour manager now, which is great for,
right?
for me.
But it's been 15 years of not.
Well, not really. Like in my first band,
It's an
Dave.
actual question, Tom.
Dave-
I wrote it down and everything.
No, you were holding the notepad like you were Woodward or Bernstein.
Are we pretending Tim has a notepad?
He did.
Oh, yeah, it's a great notepad.
Jeff, we support each other on this show.
Tim does really have a notepad.
Tom. I guess what I would think is
Uh-huh.
the thing that undercuts my journalistic pose that I'm taking right now.
Yes.
Is that every time Jeff starts to answer the question I asked him, I interrupt him.
Yeah. It's a horrible...
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like how anybody does interviews. What I would think is, and then you read the thing, and it's like something that didn't happen. And you're like, okay.
All right, so this is a gotcha
okay.
question,
Yeah,
but
no.
go ahead and answer.
Well, my first band, I didn't do any of that stuff.
ASOB?
ASB, I didn't do that. Dave did all that. Our wonderful, love him so much, love him. Dave Renz played trombone in ASB. He booked the majority of the shows. He did all that stuff. And then when I started on the music industry, and I was like, I want to tour. And it wasn't a thing that I started. It was just kind of like a home recording project that grew into a thing, and I realized was going to become a thing. Not realize it was going to become a thing, but I realized, hey, we should tour. It just kind of fell on me to book the shows, and then there was a point where it was like, okay, I could either not do this and it won't happen, or I could do this and then I could go on tour. And I wanted to do it enough that I did it.
So you didn't really think about it. It was just kind of like, I just have to do this.
Kind of. And I did think about it. I was just like, I hate doing this. I hate talking about it.
But there's no way around this.
I hate talking. Yeah, basically, there's no way around this.
Yeah.
If I want to travel around and play music, if this wasn't if I want to be a musician for a lifetime, it was no, if I just want to do this one tour,
Yeah.
I have to do it because this is my thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever look to the Nike swoosh logo and think, yeah, I have to do like Nike says and just do it?
You think this tattoo across my forearm of the Nike swoosh logo is just a coincidence?
I thought it. I think I figured it out.
Yeah. But so I had to, and then, and there were on one of the first tours I booked, we played a show in Orlando at this place called Will's Pub. 6 people came to the show, and the promoter was like, okay, you had $100 guarantee, but 6 people came to the show, so I don't know what to do.
Were ticket prices $25?
As a human being, it was $6 or something. And as a human being, I was like, well, I don't want to take your money. But as a person who was like, well, I'm on tour and this is how I'm going to get to the next show. And I don't really have the money to get to the next show. I don't know what to do. So we literally flipped a coin in the parking lot about getting paid for that show. I was like, okay.
Two-Face.
Yeah. I had a Two-Face coin. But that's the thing. It was just
or Anton Sugar.
And who won?
I won, but then we ended up just splitting the difference, and I took $50.
Loaded coin?
Not a loaded coin.
Oh, number 2.
And
always bring a loaded coin to outwit promoters.
I do wonder.
Hey, how about we flip for it?
I wonder if we flipped for it and if he won, if he would have done the same thing.
Wow.
But yeah, it's like.
The man's
but
dead
that's
now,
the thing.
so
But
you can never
also,
know.
if you're an anxious person, being on tour, once you dive into that shit, you find a fucking awesome outlet for your anxiety, because nobody would not be anxious doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of good. It's kind of just like, okay, I'm doing things that are uncomfortable, that would be uncomfortable for anybody. So
That's
I don't have
better.
to feel weird about being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then you kind of figure out your rhythm with it.
So like if I'm